phone call here, and he'll go to the moon and back.
Well, that's Don's opening words.
And then
He has no idea how you can make a phone call
You
here.
grasp comedy. You make people laugh. So what more do you need to do?
Yeah, but I don't understand how it works.
Well, you got the skills.
It always amazed me how I go out on stage and they would laugh at the same jokes that they laughed last week or last month. It would just that spontaneous thing.
Instinct.
That I don't have, that I lost. Once I became a comedian, I lost my capacity to laugh at other comedians. Will you laugh?
Well, you become analytical, aren't you? You're kind of checking out what their act is.
That's clever.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't get exposure.
You make me laugh.
Yeah. Well, it's like me looking at a painting. I look at it analytically. You know, I go, oh yeah, I see later this color on first, and he did nice little coating over top. I like that.
And you appreciate it. It's not that you.
Yeah, but I don't go, wow. I don't go, oh my God, I'm so enthralled with this painting. You know, like an ordinary person would.
You lose the juice, the really feeling of it.
Yeah, I'm looking at it as a technician, saying,
But I know when I go to the movies, I just lose myself in the movie. And I can discuss it. I don't like to go to a movie with somebody that wants to sit around and tear it to pieces afterwards. I like to leave it alone. You know, I like to enjoy myself, you know. Some people just like to verbalize everything and tear it apart. I don't enjoy it. I used to go with it, take a friend of mine, he would criticize everything. Finally, I just stopped taking the guy. You know, it's like, leave it alone for a little while. Just enjoy it, you know. It's like, you make love to your wife, you just think, oh, you weren't as good as you were 2 months ago? No, you did the best you could, right?
Yeah, but some people enjoy cutting things down and you know.
Well, that's a whole postmodern thing. Or they think they're more important than the movie, right?
Well, that's true.
Their opinion is more important, you know.
Well, we became a criticism-based society. You know, with on TV, all the critics, film critics. You know, what movie did they ever make? You know, I don't know how they get to be in that position to make these pronouncements about somebody's body of work. And I thought, well, how many films have you directed? How many have you produced
or acted John Simon came on the Tonight Show one time, and either Johnny or his successor asked him about that, and he said, look, you don't have to know how to lay an egg to know when you've been served a rotten one. Which is, you know, but my favorite film critics, James Agee, right? He was great. He wrote the African Queen. He used to write for Time, and Andrew Sarris, Pauline Kael, and I like Roger Ebert. Those are my favorites, you know. But I enjoy reading criticism.
Yeah, David Anson was pretty good too.
Well, you can learn. It amazes me how people can look inside a frame and write so much about what they've seen.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's amazing. Where do they get that from?
Many of the things you haven't seen, and you both saw the same film.
But I like to learn about movies, you know. So I enjoy reading good critics. So how are you feeling today, Don? You've been feeling very good, though. I've noticed these last couple of days.
Well,
God bless.
you can't feel great every day.
You look good, though.
Because there has to be stages of feeling good. I remember that when Muhammad Ali was Cassius Clay, he first came on the scene in the boxing world, and he started saying things like, "I am wonderful," you know. And then when I did work with Steve Allen, we did a joke about him saying, "I am wonderful now, but I wasn't always wonderful. There was a time in my life where it was just marvelous, like development."
He was fast, though.
Oh, who's that? Muhammad Ali?
He could walk in the bedroom.
He ain't fast anymore, boy.
He could walk in the bedroom, switch the light switch off, and be in bed before the light went out.
In bed before the light went out?
Yeah.
Well, that's how fast he was on his feet. That was his favorite line. You know, I watched an old Jack Parr video, and it showed an episode where Muhammad Ali, or then he was Cassius Clay, was a guest, and he did his poetry. This is before the Sonny Liston fight, and he recited his poetry about the fight with Liberace playing piano behind him.
Oh, it sounded great.
Actually, Liberace was amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, his fills he did behind this poetry, unrehearsed. It's fantastic.
Well, and you know, that's who we learned from. We learned from Muhammad Ali, we learned from Gorgeous George, and Liberace put on the show.
It must be an amazing feeling to think that you as a human being, as a singular human being, travel around the world and recognize that you are considered the best fighter in the world among all these men in all these countries. And everybody wants to take a pop at you. No matter where you go, even guys half drunk, they all think they can knock out the champ.
Yeah.
What a feeling it must be. What you can get.
And I bet right now you
around.
couldn't even name who the heavyweight champion of the world is.
Yeah, the boxing world has really gone down. All the Russian brothers.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Let's go.
I went one time to
And
the
they won't
Olympic.
fight each other.
Yeah, they won't. I went one time to the Olympic, and one thing about boxing, same thing where you go to a baseball game, you got to keep your eyes on it. We're used to watching TV where they replay everything. You could take your eye off, bingo, they hit the guy, he's down.
Gotta watch
Legs go rubbery.
You gotta watch it.
You know?
And in the Olympic auditorium where I went, no matter who wins, the people who were unhappy throw quarters and 50-cent pieces down from the upper. They could hit you in the head and knock you out. You know? And we had the seats right around a ringside where we used to get splattered with the blood from the fighters.
Oh.
And all of a sudden, all this coinage comes down, and you got to crawl down under your seat so you don't get killed. But that was an amazing thing. Those couple of weeks that I went there, and I found out that this horrible sight of a man being demolished and beaten up seemed to calm my brain. Seemed to take all the problems of program development out of my head.
Well, sure, you figure I have no problems, but he sure does. The guy's getting
all the
hammered.
jokes. That's the only thing I said, wow, look at what's relaxing me.
Yeah. Well,
People beating each other up. And when the guy gets really defenseless and the other guy closes in, the crowd gets with him killed. They would want him to kill that other guy.
well, that's the thing about sports. You go to a sports event or watch it, there's a winner and a loser. In our business, you do your work and it's subjective, and you could make a lot of bread, but you still don't know how great you are, right? But you keep perfecting your craft. But there's a winner or loser in sports, right?
Yeah,
right there.
There's no doubt. One's standing up and one's on the ground.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
There was a story, I know this is probably too long to talk about it, but there was a story called Chrysanthemums by John Steinbeck about a guy in the Depression who go around fixing pots and pans. So he comes to this little home, and a woman comes outside, and she won't give him any work. So then he sees that she's been planting something. So he starts planting, praising her planting, and then she gives him work. And then she gives him a plant to go. And she was going to go to her husband had asked her to go to a fight, in the San Joaquin Valley, and she turned him down. And then the guy got her juices going, her creative juices and sexuality. So then she gives the guy a plant, and she gave him some work. So then she tells her husband, all right, we'll go in town to the fight tonight. Then they're driving in town, and she comes across, and she had seen where this handyman had taken her plant and just threw it on the side. He just was a con man. He just saw that she loved creating, growing things, so he conned her, and then she gave him that, and then he threw it on the side.
Didn't mean anything.
Didn't mean nothing to him. And she just realized she had been taken, but
Another plant lady down. The plant ladies are suckers for gardeners.
yeah.
Guys coming by, they fall in love with you.
Sure.
Owners sometimes.
Cat ladies.
That's the next film you should do. But they don't have many women gardeners. Mostly men gardeners.
Well, my wife has a little garden.
No, but I mean real professional gardeners. You don't see many women.
No, well, it's pretty physical to do it properly.
Yeah, it's a hard job.
You got to climb up, shimmy up palm trees in L.A.
My wife loves to play with the little oranges and the little plants. She plants a tree. I never got into that really.
You like to play with the remote.
I don't know what I would do, but yeah, I like to click on station to station to station to station.
Do you like to be with somebody else who's got the remote and you're sitting there watching the person clicking around? It drives you crazy, right?
There's no power. You feel no power.
Yeah, without the clicker, what are you going to do? My wife gets the clicker, and she'll go through 75 channels in 2 minutes.
You call it the clicker too?
Yeah.
Clicker.
Yeah, there goes the clicker, and I'm going. What was that? Oh, go back.
What was it like to have to get up every time
Exercise.
you wanted to change the channel?
Well, I used to be the clicker when I was a kid.
So
my father would say, "Okay, channel 4."
Oh, you were a human.
Yeah, I was the human clicker. I had to get up and go click.
Well, I used to
With
have
a
to
big
watch
knob.
a show all the way from beginning to end. And I thought, how can people go from here, right? And And then one time I'm in Arkansas doing a movie. You know how you work 2 or 3 days, you have 3 days off. I'm sitting at the motel 10 o'clock in the morning. I started flipping here. It don't matter. You watch this show for 10 minutes. You watch this show for 15 minutes, right? CNN, CSNBC, Fox, whatever it is you're into. It don't matter.
I find sometimes that I'm watching TV. I want to watch a lot of it now. And I'm tired. And I find I could be watching TV for about 45 minutes, and someone's going to come over and say, "What are you watching?" I said, "I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know what I was watching." It's funny. Like I have it on, and it was on my mind. Watched it, but it went off to other things, and I wasn't actually watching the show. You know? But the sound of it, people have it in their home as for company.
Oh, sure. Now, do you remember the first clicker? The first television remote was made by Zenith. It was called the Space Commander.
Wow.
It was about the size of a brick.
I got a Zenith now. Well, I'll tell you, an old Zenith, old big Zenith.
Yeah.
And I want to get a new TV set. I don't think I would want it. That thing is unbelievable. It's about 20 years old already.
Yeah, they just keep on giving.
Zenith is a good product. Very good product.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I'm a good product too.
Of what? For what?
I'm a good poetry product.
Poetry product. You
Producer of poetry.
He hasn't done a poem
Thank
in
you,
a
Don.
while.
Thank you for asking me.
Please.
I will read.
I think Harry E. Northup is about to read us a poem, everybody. So.
Yeah, he hasn't for a while.
Hold up your book. Show us.
Because of audience requests, but we're gonna.
Harry has a new book out, Where Bodies Again Recline.
A movie called Fire Bones. Ring of fire like shark's teeth. Center brightness, solar, search for solace. Family was once central. Our hearts belong to seeking. Find sorrow, find reason. White jet plane climbs in blueness. Flames make whiteness. This home, wife, cats, sun connected in voice and spirit. Helicopter above reminds us where we live. She teaches, I haunt movie houses. Brightness to darkness, bewildering sorrow lost in projected light and shadow. Body made white from jet's exhaust. One friend in Cedars has not awakened from anesthesia. One friend came home yesterday after 1 week in Cedars and 3 weeks in rehab. Alcoholism. One friend lost his job teaching poetry in a magnet school after 28 years. Bless my wife for her teaching. Bless emotion. Bless first family lost when the mother died. The family disassembled. Bless egotism, hunger, all material greed, all distance, all homes. Bless this singular home, brown sofa, fan on in East Hollywood, nighttime, pizza for supper, too much TV, just right movies, and baseball. Our heart's journeys have brought us to Mariposa, just south of Fountain, in Little Armenia, next to Thai Town, north of Koreatown. Over 30 years together, peach blossoms in the rain, top deck at Chavez Ravine, Nebraska, golden spine lizard. Thank you, Don.
Very nice.
Nice poem, Harry. That's Harry E. Northup. You
Bless
can
us
find him
all.
on Amazon.com, I
You
think.
know what I was thinking of today, as a matter of fact, an idea that we should one day do. You put it on the blog. I think you wrote a poem about places you visited and you found pictures, and David ended the pictures with the blogs on it.
Yeah.
But it would be very interesting to go around in a car
Yeah.
and have you read one of your poems that have identifying landmarks
That's good.
in it,
Yeah.
and drive around and do the poem voiceover. You know,
That's good.
of
Well, you
course,
know
we have to leave your face out.
Well, you know what I did? I tried to do.
You mind leaving your face out of it? Because your face, it's good for acting, but it's not. I don't think it's a big thing for poetry.
Well placed. You're trying to get past the ego. But one thing I tried to do, David, he's great with cameras and all that. I remember I took shots of photos here in the Silver Spoon. I didn't use a flash, so
Oh, yeah.
most of them didn't come
Black,
out that
yeah.
good.
Oh,
And
gee.
then if I had a iPhone that I could click on, like a
Mm-hmm.
top deck, I don't have that, and I could just project it to David, but I'm not good at all that. Are you good with cameras and all that?
Nothing I can pay somebody else to do. I only do things that I can't find somebody I can give a couple of bucks to fix.
David, he can do anything. Is there anything you
David's
can't
one of those
do?
guys, but
Did you play sports?
Yes.
Wow. Did you have a car in high school?
Yes.
Wow. What
I
can
had a
he do?
Volkswagen.
You can't burp on the internet. Can you burp on the internet?
Yeah, we used to fix up cars when we were in high school. You know, we
What
would
was your first car?
Oh, you a hot rod guy?
hot rods. Yeah, I had a '56 Volkswagen Beetle.
Oh, I could cause
With a football
mystery
window.
indeed, boy. Especially when he used to stall a lot, and then they used to say if you kept on trying it too much, you flooded it. And I don't know what they were talking about. Where's the flood? And all the, it's a magic thing. If it
You
works
said,
for-
"Where's the flood?"
Even on the computer, I hit buttons and things appear and disappear by accident. I mean, I get the things by accident. It's amazing.
Did you ever wear a pair of dress pants to school and somebody said to you, "Where's the flood?" They used to do that to me. I'd wear my brother's
Oh,
dress
you
pants.
have a problem with you?
You were too tall, and your
I had-
brother
I-
was too
well,
Were you a
short.
bedwetter?
No, I had to wear. I
They
had to go
say
to,
that there's a big effect upon
no.
somebody's psychological.
Where's the flood? I had to. I went to a dance when I was a freshman. I didn't have any dress pants, so I wore my brother's, and he was shorter than me. So they didn't reach all the way to my thing. So
real
they said, "Where's
country."
the flood?"
Should have worn black
Wait,
socks.
that's short?
Yeah, like I
Were
had
you
to
a good
wear.
dancer? Were you hit with the
I
girls?
was a good slow dancer. I could never jitterbug. Were you a good jitterbugger?
No, I'm a good dipper.
The Big Dipper. Oh, there you go.
Good dipper. Good. Spin around and give them a dip and fall into the dip.
Yeah, I figured out that
Southern
jive
girls
stuff.
Don't
You
like
know,
that. Southern girls.
I liked it when they started in the '60s. You could dance whatever way you wanted to.
freeform.
There
Yeah.
was a twist. And all.
Started with a twist, you're right.
That was the first thing I said. Let's go for coffee. It's my opening line of the dance hall. Let's get out of here. Let's find a place where we can really talk.
Did you ever take your Levi button and button it to the girls' Levi and dance like that, the twist?
Levi, I didn't wear Levi's. I was
No?
in New York City, man. We wore clothes, sharp clothes as kids. They wore big Al Capone hats.
Were you
Yeah.
a zoot suiter?
Funny, yeah, zoot suit.
Suit, yeah.
Do you have a chain?
And then I was drafted in the army, and then I met guys like you coming with the pants that are too short.
That must have been a letdown.
No, it was, I liked them. They were interesting. They were nice guys. They were nice guys. They were,
Those people.
yeah, those people. That's what they are. They're those people.
Hey, when I went to high school, junior high, we all dressed like Jerry Lewis.
Was
Jerry Lee
you-
Lewis or
Jerry Lewis.
Yeah, but he's not even an American. I should.
We had the
yes,
Jerry
you
Lewis
are
look.
American. You are an
He is
American. You're an
great.
American Canadian. Right?
I'm a Canadian, but lived very close to the border.
Do you say you're a Canadian American or an American Canadian, or it doesn't matter? How do you classify yourself when they ask you where you? What are you?
Canadian.
Canadian.
Yeah, you're still
All right, say
Canadian.
that with pride. See the
You
pride.
have
Because you were born there.
citizenship here, though, I bet. Can you
Yeah.
vote here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been here a long time.
Yeah.
Well, a judge speaks nicely of them when they let them out of jail.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got probation.
All the people who buy his art think highly
Yeah.
of him.
Actually, the people who buy my art like the fact I'm from Canada.
I
You
was
know.
thinking of one day, being you're such a great director, you should go behind the camera and we should bring David over
I would
here
like to. Let's do that tomorrow.
and do one show completely devoted to his type of painting, what the painting industry is like, and you know how you sell paintings and what the whole and how you paint maybe a little thing and see whether we can develop something.
Let's do it tomorrow.
This might
All right.
be our first pilot developed by
I think
a
that's
time.
great.
That'd be a good
frame.
pilot. So, well, what's the word of the day, guys?
The word of the day is expertise.
Oh yeah, we need expertise in all things.
Well, we have the expertise. We just haven't decided where to apply it.
Application is
And
everything.
Once we focus into our applicatory objective, we then corral the forces necessary to give us the expertise to hit a direct bullseye and have a hit show. so we can all live in the Caribbean, where the people have the worst lives in the most beautiful country in the world.
I don't want to live in
That's
the Caribbean. I don't want to live more than 20 minutes away from Cedars.
You want to still.
He likes
live-
Cedars.
Well, you live on a cute naming street, Mariposa. Mariposa's nice, not 4th Street.
It means
Yeah.
butterfly in Spanish.
I live on Mariposa. 824 Mariposa. My grandfather lives in Mariposa. My great grandfather built the house.
Don,
And now we rent it out to some.
thank
Puerto
you for your
Ricans.
compassion today. I appreciate
Why?
your
What
compassion.
Why do I have
You're
to?
a compassionate guy. I appreciate that.
No, I'm not. That's a patsy.
Yeah. Well, gentlemen, let's close it out.
Gentlemen.
Gentlemen, we say
Gentlemen,
goodbye.
Thank
We
you,
found
David.
out what we
Thank you.
were.
Thank you, Don.
Thank you, David.
Goodbye
Thank
from the Silver Spoon.
you. Goodbye from Don Sherman and Harry Northup, and David Glover behind the camera. This is times 3 saying au revoir.
Au revoir.